Young and handsome, the boy from Ipanema goes walking, and when he passes, each time he passes, I go. When he walks, he's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gentle that when he passes, each time he passes, I go. Ooh, but I watch him so sadly. How can I tell him I love him? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when he walks to the sea, he looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from Ipanema goes walking. And when he passes, I smile. He doesn't see. Oh, but I want him so madly. How can I tell him I love him? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when he walks to the sea, he looks straight ahead at me. Tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from Ipanema goes walking. When he passes, I smile. He doesn't see. He doesn't see. He doesn't see. Quay, Kayuk, everyone. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to, do something different. I like a little Eartha Kitt. I'm an Eartha Kitt fan. She was a diva, a real diva. She was really super talented. She did some bold things. And she took some really hard stands. She was an activist. Um, you know, if you don't know, you need to know. You know about Eartha. Okay, now, um, I wanted to do some, just a little, just basic historic cleanup work because, you know, a lot of people are anti-Christian, anti-Bible, and I get that, I understand, but the Lord, I love the Creator, so, and I believe in all this beauty, and I believe in a higher power, so, and that's the way we Acamax really vibe, like we really vibe with our Creator, like that's a non-negotiable, really. So I just wanted to let people understand that sometimes people have a conflict with Adam and Eve. And I'm just going to say this because the conflict that people have with Adam and Eve is that a lot of brothers and sisters believe that Adam and Eve is in line with the out of Africa. So they have a difficulty in thinking, well, we all must be from Africa because the man teaches us that. That's one problem. And the other thing they have a problem with, I believe, is we all must come from Africa because what about Adam and Eve? Well, I just want to kind of hit upon this in case someone has a question and in case anyone wants to think about it a little deeper, because what we should do is think about everything a little bit deeper. Now, shouldn't we? Yes, indeed. We should. Okay. So this gentleman, this actually is an actual, biblical reference to Cain. Okay, so I just want y'all to get this straight. Get straight in your head. Let's get it straight. Um, the Bible does skip around. It's not one for details. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay, so if you have Cain, and you know Cain pretty much banished himself after he killed Abel, right? This is a Bible story. Just roll with this. If that's the case, you know the Cain. Hello? Cain was banished to a place called Nod, the land of Nod. Riddle me this. He can't be banished to a place if there was no place with no people, and the only people was his parents. Okay? I say this to let you all know. Peace out. There was another land. There were other lands and other places. It's confirmed in the beginning of the Bible. Cain ousted himself. If he didn't have nowhere to go but his own daggone, family with his parents, he wouldn't have nowhere to oust himself to. There wouldn't be no land of Nod mentioned. And people try to explain it away like he married a sister or a cousin. No, y'all don't know that. Because in the Bible, it says he was banished to the land of Nod, which implies he had a place to go. Okay? So let that rest. When somebody starts talking about Adam and Eve, come on now. And then we're going to go talk about the ark next time. But we can talk about the ark and the fact that wood is only found in Florida some other time. But right now, I'm just letting y'all peace out on the fact that, look, Cain was banished to the land of Nod. The land where Adam and Eve was located is not the only place, according to the Bible. According to the Bible. So relax. Relax on that. Stop being like you have to be an out of Africa person if you're a Christian. That's not true. You got to understand there was people all over the planet. And one story that is a one beginning, okay, doesn't mean it's all the beginnings. And it doesn't mean that's the only place and location. We pick people to focus on. Just like if you talk about Moses, that don't mean there wasn't other people living their best lives and having stories. Okay? Right? Okay. So let's move on. So what I'm really here to talk about is, again, pulling back the veil. What's really going on? What's a real person doing, fighting for the real land? And how does that work? And what horrible things happen to you when you do that? Because I'm letting y'all know, yeah, horrible things happen when you fight for your land. It ain't a joke. And it's not because what I'm doing is wrong. It's because there are syndicates that are like the mafia at work. Okay? What? It's not like the mafia. It's worse. We have these real estate black whatever blackjack moguls that are unconscionable. Like, they are all over the planet, let alone all over the daggone country. And they are pushing, and we sit up there and we say, well, what is gentrification? Oh yeah, we see the documentaries. Oh, this neighborhood, used to be this and that, but now it's gentrified. And honey, that stuff doesn't just happen. I believe that stuff is systematically planned. You ain't got to worry about no KKK. Worry about these moguls in real estate. And then half of y'all are participating in the problem. See, because when you look up what's going on, I'm jumping in the middle of something really, really high here. Okay? because fighting for this land put me right in the freaking fire of these people who are the greediest real estate syndicate in the planet. I promise you. And that's why they are maliciously prosecuting me, because they're extremely evil and they always have been, and they're extremely greedy. Okay, let's go see what really happens with the real estate in the Eastern Shore, shall we? Let's get to it. All right, let's get to this because we're gonna get real. Okay, so everybody else is talking about abos and no, this is the real shit. Where's your land? What's happening to your land? Okay, do I have anything about Tom? I know I do, but I don't know if I have it on this computer, baby. Okay, this THS Family Limited Partnership. This is what you call colonizers pretending to be you and taking your land. THS, Tom Hickman Smith. So white T pretending to be a Afro indigenous person. Okay? Follow me. This is the real. This is not people talking on YouTube, talking about what a Native American is. Of course, it's a daggone Indian. This is the real shit. When you're fighting for your land, when you're digging into the truth, this is the kind of stuff you run into. On this property on Smith Beach Road, this is the one property, the only property that I actually claim for myself. Everything else is Accomack General. It's everybody's property. And it was claimed under Afro-Body Accomack for the Accomack. This is the only one. Okay? I'm being transparent as a bitch can get. Excuse me. I'm transparent. Okay? So this family limited partnership is taking the name THS because Tom Smith, who was my ancestor, he was the last person to really have owned the land in total, right? Tom Smith, I think he died in like 1968. And I have his records. I have his stuff. He owned a lot of different properties. There was other property in Cape Charles and stuff, but Tom Smith was the last one of my grandma's people, see, because I'm an Accomack on both sides, all four of my grandparents. Real. And most Accomacks are. Most Accomacks got a whole lot of Accomack in them. But the Accomacks are actually the Powhatans. So we'll talk about that on another day. But right now, let's get to it. So this they came to the idea of pretending like it's heirs property and pretending this guy used his name was Tom Hickman. He added on the S of the Smith to be Tom Smith. He claimed it was his mother's maiden name. The man died in like 2002 or 3 or something like that. They didn't even start this limited partnership until several years after he died in 2006. Everybody that lives on their land in that area, which is like 66 acres, all those houses fall under this family limited partnership. People buy this land from all over the country, all over the world. Okay? This is beachfront property, and you see what its assessed value is. Are y'all hearing me? Do you see what its assessed value is? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let me give you some more details on this stuff, because y'all don't understand that what I am walking in. Peace, Negroes out of the trenches. Peace to you, baby. Peace, Bucky Wingo. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here, even if you're not in the chat. Thank you for being here, because y'all are keeping me alive. Literally, what I'm doing is major, and I want to say, and I will say it on all my lives, I am not suicidal, and if anything happens to me, but you better believe these daggone Bay Creek preserve communities, Greater Good Company, Catamount Properties, Bayview Loan Servicers, SLS. These people murdered me. had me murdered, because I am not suicidal. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I am very good. Okay. So just so y'all know, that's how serious it is. It's very serious. These people are very much gangsters. Okay, they're gangsters. Legalized gangsterism. Not even legal. I mean, I don't even. We're gonna peel it out, and hopefully, maybe some of y'all want to talk about it. But I'm a roll the truth out to you. Okay, let's look at this. We're gonna go up. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So now we're looking at the fact that they don't pay nothing for the land as far as taxes. Okay, they don't. Do you see this? They don't own the land. It's in care of the family limited partnership. That's the owner. In fact, they don't own anything. The entire property is owned by the family limited partnership, and they ain't family. They're trying to pretend that they are the Afro indigenous people. They are pretending they are the heirs property, and only us Afro indigenous people have that. Hello. And look at the value on. Now you come on. You want? I'm rolling this out. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Okay, I'm rolling it out. I'm showing you. This is the stuff that I came upon years ago, and I'm like, what? What? Now these are the people I met. They're out of New Jersey. They have a lovely home in New Jersey, and this is what they use for their rental income. They may come out there in the summer, they may not, but they rent it out with them for the most part. Maybe get out and come out there, but not as much as not really. Now that they know I have claimed the land back to the Accomack, they probably trying to stay out there as much as possible and send their people out there, try to keep it occupied, because that's how evil people are, and they stupid. But understand, they was involved with a crime and they know it. These people, see, people think when you claiming shit, oh, you claiming stuff, it's wrong with the people, and oh dear, what about no, these aren't people that's living in their little family home, and you gonna move them out their home. No, that's what they try to do to me. Kick me out of my family home that I then built and paid for 30 some years. They would do that to me. But no, that's not what I was doing for the Accomacs on the Eastern Shore. What I was doing was reclaiming what is ours. We own, shoot, the Accomack really own millions of acres of land. Truth be told, because we are the Palatins. I can't. They lie so much. Okay. Crooked business. You're right, Wayward. Super corrupt in Virginia. But these Virginia landholders got their tentacles all over the country. Probably all over the planet. They're super corrupt. And it's got to stop. And it ain't going to stop till we start putting a light on things and start telling the truth and stop hiding and start doing something. All of that. All of that got to happen. To change anything. For reals. You know what I mean? All right. Check this out. So it says, now, earlier in the year, it told you they did some kind of other maneuver, because that 1900 was not there. It was really show what they paid for it. They did pay 80,000, but what you would see is that in what was on there before was the prior price that it sold for. Now understand, this house has not been for sale for any less than 270,000 since 2016. It's been like 270,000. That's been the sale price. They saw the 2007. It had sold in 2000, I think, 16, 15 or 16 for 180,000. They came and looked at this situation. Well, you can't own the land, it's in care of you. You can't own the property, it's in care of you. You got like a 40-year lease or some whatever they tell them, right? So they just looked at that and they probably said, this sounds shady. Okay. Now let me tell you something. If somebody tells you you can't own nothing, you got to pretend to be part of a family limited partnership. But you don't have to pay taxes. And you say, this sounds rather so shady. I tell you what, you're offering it for $270K. I'll pay 80. And that's what happened. Because I've been watching this house for years. Because this is all my grandparents who used to live right down here and all their cousins and kinfolk. And this is the beaches we used to go to. And I was like, I'm on this house. I've been looking at it since 2000 and I think like 1. Right? So this thing, yeah. So they ended up saying, yeah, it's a scam. Most likely they realized, yeah, it sounds pretty shady, but we'll take it. But we won't pay. We won't pay 270K. We're gonna pay 80,000. That's what they did, and they got it. So you're trying to tell me that we're supposed to feel sorry for people that are knowingly engaging in a corrupt deal, and then going to get mad at me because I come up and say, hello, you're on indigenous property. This land is patented to the Accomack Indians, and you got to get on. Now, they don't live in it. It ain't their family house. It's their residual property. It's their, vacation. They don't even vacation in that. They vacation in nicer places than this. Trust. It's whatever. And they want to rough it, have a little time and be in the Eastern Shore to come out. But it is not their family place. They got a lovely place in New Jersey. And most likely a wonderful portfolio of real estate at you and I's expense. But we don't know it because we don't know that this country is friggin' that we are the crop in this country. And they eat off of us in so many ways we can't even keep account of it. We're not even keeping account. We don't even know. We don't even know how they're preying upon us because we're just trying to keep our heads above water. We're just trying to survive or succeed. But we don't have time to look back and see what happened or how did they do that? What happened? We don't have time for it. So we rarely get to investigate people deeply like this, okay? We're talking about people getting land for nothing, $0, judges giving land or taking your land when you go to jail and giving it away to their friends for $0. We're talking about a level of corruption that you can't even imagine. That's what we're talking about, okay? And I got these daggone ninjas on the internet talking about, oh, she got fooled by a bunch of Moors and she's going to do jail. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not a friggin' sovereign citizen. I'm a friggin' Indian, and I'm really fighting for what is ours. It's really ours. We have crown patented land. Crown patented land. Thousands, millions of acres, but thousands of patented land is written in the law books to be ours. The joke? This is putting my life on the line. These heifers are playing. Daggone Janice and daggone Sister Bethy. Kiss my behind. You have no idea what I'm going through to try to do what I need to do. Because We don't want to be begging. And we're going to talk about another one. I'm going to come back and tell you what is the difference between being a recognized Native American and standing on your coin and being your indigenous self with your real nation. It's different because they are put in a war situation. They tell them you're in sovereign status. That's a damn lie. They beg for everything. They have to. They have no choice. Don't get me started on this. Yep. Negro, you're right. Oh, let me put that up. I'm going to cover myself up. Oh, it doesn't cover me up. It moves me up. Ooh. All right. Yeah, that's what's up. But anyway, yeah, but that's true. And yeah, so this is what that is. Now let me show you what it be looking like, okay? Let's do this. All right, so this be the backyard. This be the backyard. This be the backyard. Okay? Yeah. No, yeah, you don't pay property tax for your property. Yeah. It's only valued at 80,000, so your taxes stay low. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, they want to fight me for what they've stolen from us. You want and you're a freaking foreigner. You're not even a freaking you're an immigrant, like a recent immigrant. And you're gonna beat me down and call the police on me when I got the damn that's the real title. You got a fake, jacked up bootleg scam title, and you're gonna fight me over this? You're gonna fight me. You got a scam title, and you're gonna fight me. You just immigrated here and married yourself a Caucasian, and you're gonna act like you can fight me on the title of my people been here forever. Go back to where your people were forever. And they're going to think I'm going to go to your country and do that to you? Go there and tell you that oh, no, you can't tell me that's your indigenous land. I'm here. This indigenous person, Afro-indigenous person is here in the Philippines claiming what's mine. What? I wouldn't dare go to the Philippines and try to act like I can boss any Philippines around. I would never. I would never do that. But that's what people do. And I'm not against the Philippines. I damn near raised some Philippine children. And my friend, I taught all of them how to drive because I taught their mama how to drive. And damn it, they all drive crazy like me. So no, it's not about being against people of other races because I love people. But damn it, you are a greedy heifer, okay? If you think that it's okay for you to engage in a scam and then want to call the police because the real people whose land you have assisted in stealing have figured out the scam and want their stuff back now. And that's all it is. They've scammed us so much. They reclassified us, misclassified us, took our land, took our names, act like their names, act like we had slave names. Didn't let us know we had last names to shoot and land and property. And they took our names. They came here as orphans and was given our Indian last names so that they could steal our land. But no, they don't teach us that, right? Oh no, we had to figure that out ourselves. Yep, that's right. They're trying to play victim. They're trying to play victim when they got all this daggone stuff going on. I mean, it's like, help me. Let me, child. It ain't right. It ain't right. It's a simple house in a beautiful place, but the beautiful place is our land. Okay? The beautiful place is our land. And that's all there is to it. And yeah, we want our daggone land. When I didn't, when there was no evil thoughts. Like there are people that live in houses and been there. Ain't nobody went to touch down on those houses. Some houses are right in the line of our Genghis Plat, and they had the audacity to build mansions there. They're stupid. They put the Plat up all the time, but they were so confident that the Negroes, the so-called Negroes, aka African Americans, don't know who they are, that they was confident that they could keep doing what they do and live their happy lives and they're nice. Yeah, I know they are dark, Philip. It don't matter how dark you are. I don't care what you are. You're not gonna come to my country and push me around and take my shit. That's not happening. And if you are pushing me around and taking my stuff, you're gonna have to go. Get to going. No, it's not happening. I mean, that's why when you, as an indigenous Indian, I get frustrated with these groups, these social groups that form, because you don't got standing to fight for what's really yours. Because you're not organized in your real identity and your real locality. People that make up that they're Powhatans and other places, or they make up that they're, make up names like Wawa, Wa-Yi, or Wa-Yi. I don't know. No, the government's never gonna get mad at them. White thieves gonna give them grants. They're not a threat to any kind of land theft. Land thieves. Land thieves ain't worried about them because you can't have none. You ain't gonna get none, but what they give you, you're just the same thing as being a ward of the state. They don't mind you being a ward of the state and begging. Even if you're a urban Indian or you're a social group or whatever you are, they don't mind if you're asking for handouts, as long as you're asking for handouts. What they don't want is you to say, "This is mine, and I'm not gonna ask you again. This is ours. It's just ours. It just is. It is what it is." See what you're saying? Congress is backing these. Yeah, they are. They're backing them up. They're giving them money, and they're bringing soldiers into our country. These men are coming in without their families. They're here to fight us. They did this before. They did this with the Revolutionary War, and it's about to be the 250th anniversary. And they pretended that they were warring with England when they were bringing all these soldiers and people in here to war against us, to take what was ours. They fooled us with the revolution. And one thing we should do is, wherever you are, wherever you live, is say, bonk this revolutionary anniversary. We're not celebrating that crap, because that's a bunch of bull. It's a lie. It wasn't about no damn Tea Party, and it wasn't about no them being in conflict with daggone Britain, because Great Britain still got ownership and continues to have ownership here. After the Revolutionary War, they were still regulating things, and they still do now. So that whole thing was the opportunity for the entire planet, all kinds of countries, to come together, and they're going to usurp America from the Indian, from the Afro-Indian, from the Afro-Indigenous people. That's what really the Revolutionary War was about. Let's hear it. Anybody want to come on stage? I'm about to get off this live kind of soon, but let me just get a couple of things. All right, I'm going to let you have the link if somebody wants to come up and say something. I'm happy to have someone share the conversation. So that's that. So I just want to kind of share with you the reel on that. That's just one portion of the reel. The other portion of the reel is that we talked about this people, talked about Adam and Eve. All right, let's talk about these corrupt people. Let's talk about the fact that we got a network of people who are trying to come for me in different ways, right? Y'all, they got me in court, and all they want to do, trying to talk about my sanity and stuff. We didn't even get to talk about that. A mental competency. Right? They want to question my mental competency because they want an excuse to make me not be able to fire my attorney. I can't trust these daggone attorneys. Right? Okay. Let's look at this. Let me get this out here. This child is Bay Creek. Bay Creek. Bay Creek is a big beachfront golf resort community in Cape Charles. This land was a lot of land has been patented to us, but this land is patented to the Accomack Indians. And they knew it. Other investors and developers had looked at developing there and backed out of it. They actually did, the town actually did do like town hall meetings with Negro, pseudo, what do they call? Black Panthers, doctors, heading it off, misdirecting the indigenous people. They wanted to really see if we knew who we were, if we thought we were Indian, if there would be any issues. That's all they wanted to know. They didn't care about the Indians. They didn't care about the Negroes. They cared about the developers. They cared about whatever interest they had or kickbacks they were going to get. And so they came and they developed. And then I did something that is a bit of an a-hole move, but they needed to know that land is our land too. So I did quit claim the golf course, the pro golf shop, the resort, the spa, and 5 houses. One a $5 million house. And I made some very, 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 very powerful people very mad. I think like Severin Air Baldwin, maybe. Yeah. Because what I didn't know, and it wouldn't have changed what I did. What I didn't know is that you do. I'm going to learn. What I didn't know is that this Baldwin person was a partner. And you see what happened. Cape Charles founder. Now they called this man a founder. See, no, baby. This man's from West Virginia. This ain't his home. He ain't the real founder. The real founder are so elite. They're skull and balls. They're bones and skulls. They're Princeton. They're, CEO of NASDAQ. They're that kind of. They're shaking hand with they're having dinner with the Prime Minister of Great Britain. They ain't this boy from West Virginia who went to jail. Poor Jack Fisher's in jail in North Carolina for 25 years. Poor Jack Fisher, the PCA, they took the L for these rich elite people. And their daggone tax frauds that they was trying to run. They still trying to run tax frauds. Y'all, and the Negroes are assisting them. Buying the old Rosendale school and trying to act like they care about Negroes for it. Oh, the old Negro school, we're gonna buy that. And it's a multi-million-dollar project. Yeah, it's multi-millions because you're gonna use it as a multi-million-dollar tax shelter, $200 million. Just making up outrageous numbers for the making of that damn remaking of that school. They're gonna do it for pennies. And they send act like it's a $200 million freaking project. Why? So they can use it as a tax shelter. And why? So Negroes can claim a little bit of Negroes that really ain't got nothing to do with the school or the history. Want to get some grant money and look important and smile for the picture. Get the heck out. And then they're using the old indigenous people that went to that school as a daggone mockery. Okay, first of all, they call it an African American school, and it ain't nobody no African American. Yeah, and then they use the people that went there and try to act like, oh, they prefer the term African Americans. I confront. I said, what were you calling These people never were called. That school was only around for like 30 years. Why are you acting like it's such a big part of anybody's history and the crap was only around for 30 years? You trying to act like it's a major part of somebody's history. Okay? That's not that's no big part of anybody's history. And guess what? What's Rosenwald? Y'all know what Rosenwald is? What is Rosenwald? I said to Severance Face. He said, he basically said to me a few years back, we're already doing for you Negroes, when I was trying to talk to his dad about the plantation land and the fact that we Accomack want that land that was designated so-called slave property to go to us, because the whole territory was our king's main village. It's actually the main village of Powhatan. Truth be told, Air Hall is the main village of Powhatan. That's the real truth. Let it be said. We'll get in that on another. Oh, Wild Indian. Okay, come on. Is this the Wild Indian or some other Wild Indian? Hello there.
Hello, peace.
Can you hear
How you
me?
doing today?
Wild Indian?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Am I clear?
I don't hear you. You think you're mute? Your mic's not muted, but I can't hear you. Is it me? Maybe my stuff's muted. Hold on. Sounded.
Testing one.
Let me see. Maybe it's my sound.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Mm, hold on.
No, is it bad?
Let's see.
It's like it's a delay.
I can't hear you. Can everybody else hear him? This must be me. Hold on. Maybe I'll listen on my phone. Wait a minute. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'll get you. I see that your thing's moving. Where is my systems? Where's mine? It's so weird. I probably turned up my volume somewhere. Let me see.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
That's weird. Oh well. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, you hear him. Golly. Okay, here's what's my settings? Something. Where's my settings? Where's my volume? Oh, I think my computer's trying to tell me. Okay. Oh yeah, it is. Here's that's on. Okay. What about my sound? Yeah, I'm not hearing it. Where's my output? Oh, it's mute. Okay, good. Say again. Talk to me. Hello? Hello? What the heck? I don't know why I don't see him here. I see everything's on. Control. Sound. Okay. I don't know. Okay, y'all. I don't waste too much time. But yeah, I guess he left the stage. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll try to bring you back. I know. What the heck? Why couldn't I hear him? What the freak? I don't know what that was. That's really making me mad. Okay, I'm gonna try to put them on my phone. Put my phone on and listen. But anyway, basically Rosenwald. Rosenwald was a guy who worked for Sears, and I might have said this before if you watched my other shows with Carrie. But Rosenwald worked for Sears, and he was like, you know, and so one of these Boulay College, whatever, the guy from Tuskegee, he got him to build these schools and for the Negroes, right? These are really Indian removal schools. They teach you, they separate the brightest and the best, and they teach them in a way that just keeps us separate and keeps us directed to what the supremacists want you to know, right? So that's what they are. They're Indian removal schools, right? So this Rosenwald, which is the Indian room, and it also separated the have from the have-nots because the families had to contribute for the kids to go there. And the kids that were working in the fields and doing other stuff, they couldn't go to that school. It was only certain people, certain affluent people could go to that school. It wasn't for everybody. And it wasn't around very long because first he was contributing to the school. Then he was like, well, you got to match it and all this stuff. He wasn't doing crap because the truth be told, Rosenwald made so much money because Sears and Roebuck is who Rosenwald was a part of. And Sears and Roebuck got rich off the daggone Negroes because of the daggone Jim Crow. We couldn't go into normal stores and buy our stuff undaggone impaired without price jacking, not letting us have our stuff, not letting us buy certain things, all kinds of restrictions, right? Not the post office and the daggone Sears catalog was sky made billions off of daggone Negroes. Okay, is he there? Is he back again? Yeah. Anybody wants to get in, please let them in. Like I said, I'm gonna put the thing back in. I'm gonna put the invite again in there. I hope y'all can hear it. I just don't know what's wrong with my computer. It's a sound thing. Okay, I see it now. I put it in. Yeah, I should be able to hear. Oh, maybe I have it on some other speaker. Okay, that might be the problem. Okay, it might have been on my speaker upstairs or something. All right. Okay, I think I should be able to hear somebody if y'all want to join. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And yeah, if anybody wants to join, and if Walden and you want to come back, please do. Okay, basically, so like I was saying, they was making billions off of our butts, and then they're gonna throw a little bit of change, a little nothing, for us to be separate. And all it did was it segregated us from each other. That's all it did was separate the haves from the have-nots, and it created division in our communities because everybody couldn't go to those schools. And that's what I told Mr. Baldwin. I was like, and so what are you doing that for? Why are you trying to fix up this old school for? What was that school wasn't even around that long? That's not really a major part of our history. And it didn't impact very many people from the area. All in all, why are you really doing it? And the bottom line as to why it's really being done is that they're gonna make it into a massive tax shelter. Everything's about their pockets. That's all. Well, I welcome you to make a tax write-off off of the Acamax because you can donate all those 5 houses plus 5 more to the Acamax, and you can make a massive tax shelter out of that. Okay, because that land is ours. That land is ours. These people are the biggest thieving, I don't know, that you could ever imagine. I mean, these are major criminals. I'm going to try to show you a little bit of. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we're talking about. So this is what it is. It's Bay Creek. Okay. It's Cape Charles, Virginia. And these people, that's the same people. That's who's, how did I get prosecuted? No, I got to point that one. There. That's how. How did I get maliciously prosecuted? When you meet the prosecutor, you know who's pushing the buttons out there. It ain't the prosecutor. You know who's running the judges. It ain't the prosecutor. You know who's daggone working with the daggone town clerk and the daggone consuela and the daggone what is that? She's the commissioner of the revenue or whatever. Who's controlling that? Mm, mm. How did I get maliciously prosecuted and had daggone 51 charges put on me? Ask Jack Fisher and how he got and why he's in jail from dealing with these criminals and how they put everything on them while they sitting free and easy. That's why. That's how. Okay? That's how. They got a picture of Jack. Jack is old too, y'all. Jack ain't no young man. Jack ain't no young man. Okay? No. But when you are actually claiming what's yours, that's the real. Am I worried about it? It's not fun. Like, I really would like to be able to chill and not really think about things. I'm always constantly litigating. I'm always constantly, writing something, investigating something, looking into something. But in investigating this, I found out that they're connected to SLS, Catamount Properties, that all these people are all intertwined and they have been litigated against by the Attorney General in Georgia. And then he slapped them with $13 million fines, but it don't change nothing, evidently. They do this, he slaps them with fines. Look at this. Look at this when you look at these countries. Bayview Servicing is also another Bay company that's connected to Bay Creek. Specialized loan servicing. They're all connected, y'all. They're all connected. And Catamount was a company that was founded by the poor man that's in jail, Mr. Fisher. They're all connected, okay? These criminals are all connected, y'all. And they're doing this all over the country. And what y'all don't know is that a lot of people that have lost their homes or losing their homes or lost their homes, these people don't even legit have a claim to your house. They're criminals. And a lot of banks went down. Like my bank went down, GE Capital. A lot of people have had loans if they built their house or whatever, and they've had their house for a long time and been paying forever. Their company went debunk or went dissolved, and these people don't legit got the paperwork. They don't got nothing. They don't have your signature. They lack assignee status. They are not secured debtors. They can't give you even a real secured deed because they don't got one to give. You got the most secure deed. They're criminals, y'all. And so it's sad because when I think of the number of people, because I was looking at the number of bankruptcies that happened in 2018, 19, 30,000 in Georgia, 30,000, most of them in Atlanta. To think of 30,000 people going through something in just one place. And you wonder how gentrification happens, But say when you go through something devastating like that, you feel like you can't fight. All you can do is get to going. Well, they got the power. They went to court. They're sending the marshals. But what y'all don't understand is that these companies operate by the fact that the laws are so slippery sliding in this country. See, because I litigated against him, I am now at least a lot more familiar than I used to be with law and with how to fight somebody. At least I can figure things out. So basically, they have a non-judicial system in a lot of states. So they can send you to foreclosure without a judge, without a hearing. They can just, they ain't got to show no real proof. They don't got to show no proof. They can just take your house into foreclosure. No, but you can tell me what. Well, no, but if you want to talk about it, Wayward, you can. The invitation still stand. Okay, so no, but yeah, but you know me, I'm just like barely like trying to like figure out what's going on with me. But so these people whose toes I stepped on, they're the major players in a real syndicate of real estate. And that's why they trying to bring me down. And when they talk to me, instead of talking about my charges, which are for liens, which I never filed a lien. So why you charge me with a lien? And I never filed a lien. Why I got 51 charges and nothing that I do is anything I'm charged with is anything that I did, because what we did was we claimed our land being granted to us from us. We didn't put nobody else's name in this. How did they drown? Two white boys. Oh, two white boys drowned. 2 years. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they got in the food or what's going on with the 5G or what, but people need to get their pineal glands straight. Your pineal glands ain't right. Because you need to be a lot more mad or more, y'all need, we need to be a lot more angry about what's going on than we are. We're not angry enough. We're not fired up enough about anything. We taking a lot of stuff and letting it roll. I mean, let me tell you, the judicial system in our country, and I don't know how people stomach it. I don't know how you are a melanated person, or even, especially specifically an indigenous, Afro-indigenous person, and how you live with yourself, with some of the things and the difference. I mean, y'all can see it. There was something about I ran or something like that. Something like, there's a series called I Tried to Ran, or I ran, or something about it. But people that run from the police, right? When they, instead of police stop, I forget what it's called. But I was watching it the other day and I was like, these people are running and doing all kinds of stuff, and they ain't getting no repercussions from that stuff. And they did let one sister go. I don't even know why she kept running. Somehow she had some tickets she didn't pay or something. I don't know, but they treated her pretty nice. But the all in all, you got to understand, a lot of folks, us would end up beat up and dead, and do end up beat up and dead for that. These people be running on sidewalks, turning around, twisting, doing all kinds, breaking up stuff, and they treat them just as polite as anything. Like this one lady was, the one lady that left, she ran and ran and ran, and then they let her sit there and hug her kids, and sat there and pat her on the back, gave her little rubs, and it was like, for real, the treatment's just different. And if y'all don't know, but see, there's a network of that. There's a whole network of that unequal treatment that's special for us. Even especially in the court system, they got networks of people that are their go-to people, and they can slip these fraudulent paperwork through and take your property. Meanwhile, I try to get our land back legitimately, that is ours, based on a real bona fide crown patent that they are very aware of, knowing that these patents exist. And I get labeled a criminal when I'm working for justice, and they're the real criminals. And the people in the courtroom that aid and abet in these crimes, these all people need to take down. These people need to be taken down. They need to go to jail. They need to go to jail. But if we build our people up and we build our nations up, then we can make things change. But we can't make change if we're afraid. And we can't make change if we're unwilling to try. And we can't make change if we're unwilling to fight. You know what I mean? I can't afford to be afraid. I can't afford to not fight. The more I see, I can't unsee it. The more I see it, I cannot just not fight it. I just can't. I can't do. I can't. I gotta fight. I gotta fight. The more I see it, I gotta fight. I can't just let it just. I can't. I can't. I can't just let it go and go walk into the sunset. Have a good old time. I mean, there's a lot of good things I want to do. I like having fun. But I'm in a position now where I have to fight these demons. I have to slay these dragons. You know? I'm in real deep. Like I said, understand. Anything happens to me, it ain't because I'm a happy person. I ain't suicidal. I ain't never gonna be. Okay? Anything happens to me, it's somebody that got me. Okay? And it's a crime. Understand, it's a crime. Mark out the chalk. It's a crime scene. Okay. I am not gonna have. I'm safe. I don't. I haven't been in any accidents. Okay. So I'm a safe person. I avoid any kind of collisions. Never been. I could have got a real money collision, like about a month or so back. It was a big old medical supply truck, and I was coming off of work. And I'm looking at it, and he's barreling into me, man. I had to pull off almost into the curb, almost into the grass to avoid. And he had to veer the other way to stop from hitting me. Man, that would have been a big paycheck. I'm not trying to be hurt. I am not trying to daggone be injured. I'm not trying to be in no accidents. So if anything happens to me, you got to know what I showed you. Bay Creek, Bayview, SLS, Catamount Properties, preserve communities, and the Greater Good Company. Keep those names in mind. And I'm sure there's many more to be known about. But all these different corporations, they're all in it. And they're all doing interstate crimes. And they're coming from me wherever I am. They're criminals. That's what they are. And they can't help it because that's how they got what they got. They got what they got from stealing from us. It is up to us to be able to get it back. Now, when I get on track and I can think about building, I am going to open up the world of the Powhatan to my Powhatan brothers and sisters who need a place to lay their head in a real way, in their real status and their real identity. Not know I'm doing it out of daggone some other state and I don't know and I'm partially this and I'm partially that. You know that I am fully the Powhatan. I am fully the Accomack, and Powhatan was an Accomack Indian. Pocahontas was an Accomack Indian. So we about to build up. The Confederacy is coming back. And I want people to be protected. So we're going to get this protection for all the brothers and sisters that fall under the Powhatan umbrella that ain't got no place to go. You're going to have a place in a minute. We're going to make a place. All right, y'all. Anybody got any questions? I'm going to be putting more things out. I got more stuff to share. Things are being revealed daily. Things are happening rapidly. But guess what? Remain undeterred. Like the sister wrote in the daggone article. I remain undeterred. And I need my good white tea people. I need my good Caucasians. Where are you? Stop being. Are they afraid? I don't know what's going on. I mean, in the movies, there's always some good white people. Where are they at? I need the good white people. There ain't nothing better than a good white friend. I am hereby advertising for good friends of any races. Okay. I need people to have my back. Okay. So that's what I need. I need good people of any race to have my back, especially and specifically why, where are the good white tea people? I need the good white tea people because you don't think there's many of that might be, I don't know. But I mean, I have a mad hope that this is out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's undaunted, somebody that got some, got is fearless. Oh, actually, I have met. I have been connected with some good. I take that. I have met some, a couple of them in Virginia. I need them to take the bold stand. I need people to stand up against these criminals. We need to get these. We need to get everybody out of office. That's bull crap. I don't know. I don't even believe in voting. I don't believe in this election. That's for sure. But local elections, you might need to get some of these. You got to get these demons out. That's worth voting for. Local elections where you're protecting your land, your property, you're protecting your schools or whatever you're doing, or you know, whatever. Local legislator. Because if the right people had gotten involved and I wasn't properly voting or whatever, or maybe I wasn't even in the state, but when they voted to have the police in the schools, if I had known about that crap, I would have been out there protesting, man, on that crap. So it's very important to be involved locally. And the academic tend to become more and more involved locally. That's what our goal is. But I got daggone demons on my back, so it's hard for me to do positive things in the community when I'm fighting demons. It's like I didn't choose to do this versus that, but I feel like when we fight them and get back what's ours, we have the foundation to build way better and way more powerfully, and we'll have resources and we can really do great things for everyone, and we can really make a difference in people's lives, and that's what I want to be able to do. Y'all feel me? Well, that's the end of my show. I hope to talk to you guys on another time. Thank you for everybody that came in here and joined me. I appreciate you. That's right. Keep Lisa alive. Thank you very much.